Wow, what convenient timing. Actually, a little off. But yeah, basically, well, I'll be playing Genshin for about 2 minutes. I'm at 70 pity. I'm gonna pull on the banner. I'm gonna do 1 pulls because I'm not about to waste Prima Gems if I don't need to. And then we're gonna go back into Scarlet Nexus. So, skip. 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 Oh, I should probably turn my cursor on for this. Boom. There we go. This is the fun part of Genshin. Not the gameplay. And there she is. Boom. Electro Lady. And... was that 10 pulls? Was that 80? Was that 80 total? And then... that's 2. I'll do 8 more. See if we get... Sarah or Jingling. Oh, we got Sacrificial Greatsword, which resets the pity. Well, the rest of this I'm gonna do off stream because I got Baal. I heard that she doesn't... oh, yep, now she's in my inventory. I heard that she doesn't, work with Beto because even though she normal attacks during her burst, it's counted as burst damage. The Boo Pocket? Like, just, you know, like the Ouroboros? With, like, the snake eating itself? Just do that in Baal. Just, like, stick her inside her own pocket. That'll be something that works. But anyway. We're not playing Genshin anymore. No more Genshin. We got Baal. We got her in less pulls than we needed to. We had her guaranteed anyway because I got up to 70 pity on the Yoimiya banner and then decided, hey, Yoimiya's not that great, I'm not gonna pull for her. So... easy MMR. Does kinda suck. Ah, yes. What is it? They have a draw gala, right? Isn't that what's happening in Grand Blue right now? Everyone talking about how they pulled for the new characters and they didn't get them. I made a big mistake pulling on that banner. Mistake in the sense that the lotto. Ah. Let's see, where is it? Here it is, Scarlet Nexus. This... love that. Love that. Love that stream. Cool. There is no starting soon, it's already started. Ah. Yeah, that kinda sucks. But yes, what were we doing in this game? What were we doing? We're still in Phase 7. We fought Kodama. Yeah. I feel like, in that regard, your problems with Nihan, they're very similar to the problems I have with Baal. Because she's not necessarily handicapped, but the way they make her attacks work definitely limits her usability, and I don't actually know if she's going to be any better than any of my current characters, but... Sucrose and Zhonling are also on the banner, and so is Sara, so good 4 stars. I said we were gonna do these at the beginning of... because we have nothing else except to... except to start Phase 8. So, before we do that, let's see. Never use children or elderly characters. It's just like working in entertainment. You never work with kids or animals. Barista Santa with the slam attack, I can do that. Saliva Santa with Shiden. I could probably do that. Rat Rut. Did we not find Rat Ruts? Barista Santa, where are you? You, Gigachiba, and then Saliva Santa. Construction site, okay. Rat Rut. So none of you are in the same place. And then the Rainy Rummy, that's pain. Actually, Rainy Rummy, aren't you in the subway? Yeah, abandoned line 9. Okay, so here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna go to line 9. Hey, at least they get the bonus from Bahamut Dagger. There's a reason why it's such a good choice for what makes the sky blue. When like 70% of the characters in the game are human or a rune. Let's go abandoned line. Abandoned line? Yeah, let's check out what the abandoned line is. Maybe this is the place I need to be. It's somewhere in here. Is this the place?
Kazani, I think we could take out all the others
No.
by running them over with the train.
Well, but I don't... But Shiden, I don't wanna.
Something rare.
Besides, they're scummy pool. Why would I ever need to use something like that to defeat them? Now, I think I messed this up.
Oh, that looks like
Yeah,
our
because they're a Rainy Rummy. Unfortunately, I'm nowhere close to being able to use Brain Drive, so, kind of an L. What good draft characters are there? I know they have, obviously, they split up between... Oh, that's nice. They've got... There's an Evoker and Eternal, right? Are you not what I need? Oh yeah, it's right.
It'll be hard to move if it gets on you, so
I think part of it's just like
you'll need to break its outer shell.
lack of character availability.
And hit it with something heavy. It's working. Focus on that spot.
12 generals, yep.
Go,
What's her face? Kumbira? Is that her? She's supposed to be pretty good. And then there's an Eternal and... Shouldn't there be an Eternal and an Evoker? Anilla? Oh. Yeah. Isn't there at least one Eternal and one Evoker? I thought that's how they were split up.
Damage to outer shell confirmed. Break it.
Yeah, Evoker I'm not sure about, but there should be one in Eternals, right?
The shell is broken. Attack now.
What Eternals are there? Thrio and Seafon and Siete and I'm gonna keep switching between the official names and the unofficial names because I don't know their names. There's the dude with the beard, the short guy that has the wicked mustache. There's what's her face? The lady whose name means four.
You might be able to break it.
Her. But she's not a draft.
Useless. Check.
That was good. Not quite as good as me, though.
What are you doing? Oh, you're sad at? Are you ever gonna do anything? You were just standing there. Okay, interesting choice. Thrio. Yeah, Thrio. Did she get... Was she the one that got like the huge buff when they did the update? When they like brought them all up to like 150 or something? Oh, we got brain drive. Quick, disengage from this battle. Who is the... I know one of them got like crazy buffs from the update. Go this way. And we pray that I'm able to get there before brain drive runs out.
You really changed
Was it
when you're on
Fiora?
the battlefield, Major.
That's what I hear, but I don't realize it.
It was Wind Lady, wasn't it?
Strange dignity about you sometimes.
So if that's horror, then
I can't hide my greatness.
that's right.
You feel it too.
I don't know.
You'd like to hide behind
Having
your
none of
shells.
the Eternals, I don't really pay attention to that.
Damage to outer shell confirmed. Break it. The shell is broken.
Right.
Aim for
Plus-
its weak spot.
They're not even like that good anymore.
This is pretty good.
I mean, sorry Eternal users, but
Hey, did you forget about my power?
they're just like worse versions of the Evokers.
that looks like our target.
You're trying to tell me they were Rainy Rummy here the entire time? Jeez.
Keep going.
Yeah, I really want, there are a couple that I do want. What's his face?
Of course, this is what would happen if he
Seophon. He's the one who's got the... He looks like the dude from Black Clover, and he's got all the swords around him. He's got such a dumb face. It's so funny. He's got such a smug expression. He's like, look how great I am. I'm amazing. He's probably, like, he's Wind, isn't he? He's not even that good, but if I was to get an Eternal, I'd definitely get him. Purely because of his character art, and then I'd never use him, and he would forever be on the home screen.
He's the enemy's outer shell. You might be able to break it.
But the bright side of blowing all of my crystals on the Gala is that I got a bunch of new characters, because that's what happens when you don't have any characters. And I got like half of the summer characters that came out this year. It was really dumb. Hey, unfortunately, unlike other gacha games, or maybe fortunately, unlike other gacha games, you don't need dupes of characters to uncap them.
Looks like there's a resource reading around here.
I would cry if you needed dupes of characters to get them past like 60 or something. I mean, you kinda already have to do that with the Eternals anyway, so...
Kasane, I think we could take out all the others by running them over with the train.
What are the rates like in Grand Blue? They can't be that bad. I mean, aside from like the really bad ones that like only show up on specific banners and aren't sparkable. But that's a lot of games.
The attacks to the outer shell are working. I'll try to break it. The enemy shell is broken. Kasane, now's the time.
Like, surely it can't be any worse than Fate, right? Like, there can't be anything that has worse rates than Fate, right? I mean, like, Genshin has like 0.6. Is it 0.6? I mean, 100%. You're like, oh, you really want this character? Here, have literally every other character besides this one. Hope you have fun.
We did it, Kasane. I don't think I can lose when I'm with you.
I watched a guy play, what was it, Azure Lane, because one of the viewers redeemed, like, what was it, was like 150,000 channel points or something, for him to play a gacha game and try to pull for a waifu. And I think he, what is it, he put in $300, because that was what was recommended, and all he wanted was a Tago, and he got, well, I mean, everyone, you already know where this is going. He didn't get a Tago, but I mean, he probably wasn't gonna get her anyway because she wasn't right up, and a lot of the stuff she showed on was like special banners. But it was still pretty. It was a good meme.
The shell is broken. Attack now.
That was good. Not quite
Conversely,
as good as me, though.
somebody made him play Genshin one time,
Aren't you tired
and
of seeing the same face?
he got like
I mean, it doesn't bother me
he
if
got
you're
a bunch of
okay with
5 stars. He got the promo 5-star, and
Oh, that looks like
he was
our
like, "Nah, I
target.
don't care." Right? Like, what if I wanted to try and pull for... like, I don't know.
Of course, this is what would happen
Like, if I
we
wanted to
worked
pull...
together.
Actually, no, I was gonna say that, but he's in the thing. I was gonna say Grand Poseidon, but he's in this banner, isn't he? Okay, I just gotta run past all these people. Ignoring you, ignoring you, ignoring you, ignoring you.
Bring to focus.
No, no, no. Run away. Are they? Isn't Meg on the banner? And, or did it change? Are you not gonna spawn? Really? You're not gonna spawn? Okay, so here's the other thing. Oh, right, it did change. Did it? I could have sworn.
With that oil, it'll be hard to move if it gets on you, so be careful.
I could have sworn I was... Oh, right, because it used to be... Because it used to be Narmea, and everyone was like losing their minds because she's busted.
I don't think
I messed that up. So that was a whole period of time that accomplished nothing. Nice. Good job. Forgot. You actually have to leave the area. You can't just teleport to a different area. And where are we now? We're on the Kunad Highway, right? Yeah, Kunad Highway. And that means we should be able to find something here, right? Rat Ruts? Barista Santas? One of you gotta be here, right? Rat. Nope. Huh. I really just went here for no reason. Tikachiba sublevel, construction site, and abandoned line 9. Huh. Wow, I really just went there for no reason. What was I saying? Oh. I looked up how to say, Nausi's name because I know I'm not pronouncing it right. And I have no idea, I can't even remember how it was pronounced now. I just looked at it and I was like, these are those Irish names. I didn't know how to pronounce those. You're a charge attack, right? Aren't we supposed to kill you with a charge attack?
it's working. Focus on that spot.
So now I just gotta... Hey, camera? I'd appreciate it if you could...
Check.
Focus on it.
Isn't it something like... niche? I don't know. I know I looked it up. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure I couldn't pronounce some of these people's names. But Naus? Nausi?
Yeah, let's take down the rest just...
Please tell me that was it. Please tell me I didn't need 3 of them. I needed 3 of them. New plan. We're gonna find the rat down here. And... Poseidon is that Grand Poseidon? Or is that, Summoned Poseidon?
I'll do it. It's over.
The attack at the end
The
of the
Grand
outer
Poseidon?
shell. You might be able to break it.
Is there another Poseidon? I don't know.
The enemy is attacking with electricity. You'll be shocked and unable to move if it hits you.
You know, you're saying a lot of things. Unfortunately, I have no idea what any of that means. Come on. You're almost there. There you go.
Isn't that the other we're supposed to take down?
It is Archie, but we don't have brain drive, so it doesn't count. Yeah. Poseidon's a primal.
Nice job.
Is there a Poseidon unit besides... There's a summon, right? Is it just the summon and like the grand? Wait, I'm looking at this.
I wonder, is my hair clip dirty?
Poseidon. Poseidon summoned Poseidon the Tide Father. This is not helping me. Poseidon Summer, Poseidon Tide Father. Alright, time to look. List of premium grand characters. Is he not in here? What am I looking for? I'm looking for something. Is he not in here? Okay, so like the actual dude. The dude who gives you like the trident or something for when you summon him. Poseidon, why doesn't he show up? Oh, I spelled Poseidon wrong. That's embarrassing. Yeah, so the Grand Poseidon. Yeah, him. He was the one, he was put on the banner with Meg and Midora for the August of the Dead collab, right? Or not collab, the story, right?
Now's the time to attack.
That's kind of embarrassing. I spelled Poseidon wrong. Didn't find him.
It's down. Let's finish it.
Useless. Checkmate.
Oh well. I only said now see like how many times? So, how bad can it be? Compared to that, spelling Poseidon wrong isn't really that bad. For some reason I had it in my mind that it was like boy side on. So I was like, there's an I in there. So that's what I was looking for.
I've got a nearby resource reading.
Is it bad that I got Grand Poseidon trying to get Narmea and didn't get Narmea? Is that bad? I feel like it is.
You're so handsome, Sheehan. You'd be more popular with the girls if you didn't have such a bad attitude. Who do you think you are? Tsugumi is cold to you pretty frequently too.
Okay, so knowing that, is it bad that I'm not gonna use him in my water team
Also,
at all?
I'm actually popular with girls, unlike you. I don't live my life trying to be popular.
Is it bad that he has no place in my water team because I need Lucio and Juliet so I can one turn double burst with Vajra?
Nice job, Kasane.
Maybe I might change my team. But it's not looking great for...
I think we could take out all the others by running them.
Where am I? Okay, we're very close.
The train.
We're very close. We're gonna disengage and... Oh, do I have to fight you? I have to fight you. Oh, this is gross. I can't believe I have to fight you.
Something rare.
Disgusting. I can't believe I'm burning brain drive.
That other is our target.
Yeah, I really do need to do what makes the sky blue.
You might be able to break it. The shell is broken.
I can't...
Aim for its weak spot.
This quest is painful. It's almost as painful as having to defeat, I don't remember the name. The things that fly at you and blow up while in brain drive. That was the most annoying thing ever. They're like the only things that spawn, and you can't, like, get any damage from them. You can't, like, build up brain drive because they just die, and it doesn't count.
That was good.
Yes, his
Not as good as me, though.
his debuff, like, dodge immunity thing that he has on his second skill has sailed me out of so many problems. I would use Lucio on my light team. Actually, I think he's one of my sub members. But, personally,
You took all the good shots, Kasane.
I don't think he works in that well, because his main thing, he's a defender, isn't he? Support? he's got what was it? He's got the shield thing and
The attacks to the outer shell are
the
working.
debuff
I'll try to
down
break it.
and the light damage. But at one point I had...
Aim
Does he?
to that spot.
Maybe I'm not using Lucio right. Or maybe I should swap somebody else out.
Or are we hanging out a lot?
You know, I could probably swap him out for,
You'll need to break its outer shell. Kasane,
Medera.
use your psychokinesis and hit it
But-
with something.
Medera is slotted in as, slot 2, so I can make sure she always has her charge gauge. I could get rid of, Tico, but... Actually, I should probably make 2 teams. Realistically, I should have a light team where one of the teams has Lucio in it, and the other one is with Tico for when I'm fighting things that I shouldn't be fighting.
The attack hit the enemy's outer shell. You might be able to break it.
Light Sandalphon is the,
Focus on
event
that
character,
spot.
right? Isn't he from
Nice job, Kasane.
what makes the sky blue?
Kasane, I think we can take out all the others by
I can't
running
believe I got
over the
already
train.
back to this. Already? All the way back to this place. And I'm gonna beat these scummy fool, and you know what's gonna happen?
Keep your guard up.
These rainy rummy are gonna spawn, and I'm not gonna have any brains. You know what? I can't. We're not doing this side mission anymore. We're starting phase 8. I'm not doing this.
Kasane, go!
I'm not gonna run around the subway for the entire stream trying to get things to spawn. That's not fun.
Keep your guard up.
I mean, at that point I might as well play Genshin. It's pretty much the same content. Run around, fight things, run around, fight things. Okay, we're going back to the hideout. Alright. We're done. We're done here. Yeah, I finished Sky Blue 1 to get the Nova weapon. And then... Guess who didn't claim their Nova weapon from finishing what makes the Sky Blue? This guy. Because, in my infinite wisdom, everyone was like, yo, Nova weapons are pretty good for starter grids, and I was like, maybe I need a Nova weapon. So I did the logical thing that you would obviously do with Nova weapons. I went to the shop, I went to Weapon Series, and I began to craft a Nova weapon before doing what makes the sky blue. Big brain moves here. So, now I've got a free Nova weapon from what makes the sky blue, and I have no idea what to use it on because everyone just says, get the dagger, but I already have the dagger. And I feel like it's a waste to get the dagger from the event when I already have one that's like being made right now. But anyway, phase 8.
We can leave after we get a little rest.
Okay, Kasane, whatever you say.
Hey, Kasane, are we positively, absolutely going to Togetsu?
Yes, Kaguro, we are.
Of course we are.
At the very least, we should be able to learn something about the cargo sent to the research facility.
I understand that you have bad memories of that place. This time we can make good memories of it.
Or is there some other reason you don't want to go to Togetsu? If that's the case, nobody would blame you for staying behind.
Do you want to stay behind with me?
Fine. Just don't blame me if it sucks. I did warn you.
We're prepared for the consequences. Kaguro, show us the way.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, there are a lot of event rewards that I could be getting that I don't because I just don't do them.
I know they said it would be cold, but this is freezing.
I heard that it snows all year round in some areas. Don't catch your death out there.
You've never been to Canada, Shiden?
At least there's a road. What the hell do you think Togetsu is thinking, building a city in a place like this? It's cold, it sucks, and it's a pain in the ass. I haven't even been this far on assignment before.
Who's down for turning back? Everyone? Great. Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Enough of that. We already decided we're going, so stop complaining.
This team interaction is so much better than
You're going to
Yuito's.
regret it.
It's so much
You
better.
seem awfully opposed to this. Are you hiding something about Togetsu from us?
Not at all. You know, maybe I'm imagining it, but it seems like you're pretty eager to get us all there.
It's something we all decided. Didn't we, Kasane?
Yes, and you agreed in the end.
I wouldn't call that agreeing. Can't win them all, I guess.
In any case, we need information, and that requires us to go to Togetsu. Now stop complaining.
It's freezing.
And no more mentioning the cold.
What's this say? Ah, Haruka. Give me a minute. Alright, I'm gonna mentally prepare myself for this. We have the Supernatural Life Research Facility under surveillance. Naomi is okay. There hasn't been any change so far. You don't need to worry, Kasane. That's good. Thank you for telling me. Don't worry. I'm always checking in on her. I'll let you know as soon as anything happens to Naomi. Thank you. I mean it, Haruka. I appreciate it. Boy oh boy. If I can get through this stream without Arashi, like, without having to read anything spoken by Arashi, it'll be a great stream. But look at all these wicked ice statues.
Good. We managed
That's
to
way
break
more
it.
annoying than it was.
We'll be
Wait,
able
do
to
I have
go
the dash
forward now.
attack? Wait, what am I thinking about? Dash attack. Wait. Am I going crazy? Dash attack. Oh, yeah, Yuito had a dash attack. Oh, Rainy Rummy's here. How nice of you to show up.
Enemy is attacking with electricity. You'll be shocked and unable to move if it hits you.
Yeah, Yuito had a cool dash attack that made exploring this area really nice. I didn't have to... go through all this with Kasane. Oh well. Who's in our party? Arashi and Kaguro? Why are they in their party? Oh, for invisibility and hypervelocity. Let's change that. Kaguro, we're replacing you with Shiden. Battle at will. Battle at will. It's time for my... what would you call something that happens? Not like bi-streamly.
That other
Like, maybe it's
attack with
bi-streamly, I don't say it.
It's dangerous to get close.
Session pound, no. Literally, worst thing in the entire game. I hate you so much.
If your body catches fire, it's gonna keep hurting you. Be careful.
Disgusting.
My turn. SAS, Kasane.
That's what you get, Shiden. You know, while we're fighting these things, I am gonna put on evasive maneuvers, because the computer is dumb, and it's gonna try and attack the things that blow up in their face.
Down. Let's finish it.
It's over already?
And Scarlet Nexus is one of those games I don't have room for chat. So, actually, that's a lie. Actually, is it? No. I was gonna say that's a lie. But then,
Isn't that the other
I
one
forgot.
supposed to take down?
Yeah. The brain message stuff shows up like... I guess, what I can do... Try to get chat in here. Because that is something that always is a little weird. Especially in... the YouTube VODs, because Twitch deletes these. After 2 weeks is the fact that I'll be doing something, or I'll be talking, and no one will understand on the VOD because you can't see what I'm talking about. Is that in a good spot? No, let's move it. Put it here and stretch it down to about here. That should be good.
I wonder, is my hair clip dirty?
That is the chat. There's not a lot of good places to put it. I mean, that's a lie. There is a very good place to put it. It's called me not being lazy and actually making... Where am I? Actually making backgrounds for the stream so I can window the gameplay and not have it take up the full screen. Although, I do kind of like that this is one of those games where I can pretty much have it take up the entire screen and nothing gets cut off by any of the overlays. That's pretty nice. No, you stay away. You stay away from me.
Good grief, I'm not looking to improve myself here.
Yeah, I could make it 24/7. It's on 10-second fade out right now. But I figure it might be annoying during cutscenes.
Ouch. Bad.
Yeah. Sometimes I keep it on. I think for Pokemon, I had it on the entire time just because there was room for it, because I moved everything around. Specifically because there was no good place to put it without changing the stream layout. But, what else? I think Grand Blue it's on 24/7. The annoying thing is when, like, it'll show up, like, every half hour, 15 minutes, the chat will show up because Stream Elements puts out one of those notifications, and that looks kind of dumb. You got Belial. Nice. How long did that take? Actually, you got that. Did you pick up a copy from the Lotto?
The attacks to the outer shell are working. I'll try to break it.
Come on, this thing. Hey, that was rude. So you're just getting all the materials.
I can use this if I break it.
I can imagine. I've looked at Uncapping World Ender a bunch of times. And every time I look at it, I'm just like, I don't wanna do this. I don't.
Kasane, now's the time to attack. Wow, so this is our power when we work together.
I'd uncap the Magna summons, but I'm not rank 120, so I can't. Despite the fact that somehow I have... Lucifer is a pretty good one. I've noticed that a lot of the people on my friends list, or at least like a lot of the people in my crew, have Grimnir set as their win support. Which I hadn't noticed before. It used to be a lot of like just team at Omega, because they were lazy, and I mean it still is a lot of team at Omega, but did they do a really big like free giveaway maybe like 2 years ago?
There's no mistake. Togetsu is at the peak of Hino.
Was that something they did?
It's mostly deserted.
Or did
because
they
of the
like
harsh environment.
The people of Togetsu believe the
Did
world
they
behind and live for the teachings. I
do
love
something
the
about
world, though.
uncapped restrictions? Because for some reason I have like a bunch of max uncapped Magna, like Omega weapons and summons that I couldn't have gotten because it's physically impossible for me to uncap them. And I have to assume I got them from some event that I just don't remember. Are we getting to the cool part of the game? I think we are. Grab... Yeah, we're not gonna run into any more light jellies right now. We might run into some more medium jellies, though. Okay, that's probably what it was. Because all I know is that I've just got a bunch of fully uncapped Omega weapons, and I have no idea how I got them. I do know that I used them while I was like rank 30, and it was like, hey, you're gonna incur a penalty because you're not a high enough rank, and I was like, whatever game. It's still the best weapons I have. In fact, I think I only just like yesterday or something. Yeah, I think yesterday was
Nice job.
when, oh, finally, I can get one Rainy Rummy on this dumb side quest.
Let's keep our wits about us until the request is fulfilled.
I think it was yesterday was the day I finally got all of the Magna 1 summons
Good.
to their
We managed
third
to break
uncap.
it. We'll be
I think-
able to go forward now.
I don't think I had any of them fully uncapped before then. More Rainy Rummies. Yes. Yes, this is the greatest thing I've ever experienced.
The enemy is attacking.
Free
with
Rainy
electricity.
Rummies,
You'll be shocked and unable to move if it hits you.
but I'm not close enough to do any of this kind of blows. Quick. All of you. No, no, gross, disgusting, get away, get away.
It dropped something rare.
Get away, get away.
Pretty good.
Leave, Session Pound, I have nothing to say to you. Except this.
It's down. Let's finish it.
That's the only thing I have to say to you. And the fact that I can't dodge. Apparently I can't dodge at all. It's just you and me, Juddy Chinery. I think, doesn't it go until the end of September? I think that's when the quests end. I fully expected them to end, like, today. Because, you know, like, September. But I guess not. Although, isn't...
Don't get caught.
Was it? Did they extend it? That's weird. I know they changed the mission reward, like the mission requirements for the rewards.
Some are close to their limit.
Who knows? Maybe one day it'll just be gone.
Time to fight back.
Actually, I should probably be using my abilities when fighting a boss. That might make sense. Especially since Kasane's like useless without psychokinesis. Nice.
Now! We did it, Kasane! I don't think I can lose.
This is what happens when you actually use features in the game to fight your enemies and not just mashing buttons. Who would have thought? The game actually gets easier. It should say... I can check real quick. Grand Blue Big Summer Surprise Reloaded campaign ends in 4 days and 23 hours. Well then. I mean, yeah. Unfortunately.
There are lots of weird pieces of ice shaped like pillars or statues.
I guess so. I guess they just
You see the lot in snowy
delayed it
areas
for
where
whatever
others
reason,
don't.
because
No one knows how they're formed yet, though.
The mystery
Fall
of the
Equinox
frozen
isn't
wasteland.
until the
It's not
22nd,
surprising.
so
It's so cold I can't
technically they could have stretched it out until then. Because it still would have been summer. But, I mean, that's basically the end of September, and that's a little ridiculous. Are we getting to the cool part, or are we going to get cut off before we get to the cool part? Maybe. I do kind of wish it had just ended when it was supposed to. Because I maxed out like all the rewards I could get from the missions, like way towards the beginning. And then I was like, I'm not rank 120, so I can't do the rest of these.
I didn't really have time to research Togetsu before we left.
I don't know much about it either, other than the fact that the Togetsu faith is headquartered there. How big is the city?
It's huge, enormous.
Technically, it's not a city. It only has the facility for the faith itself.
So it's a giant
It's full of
church.
weirdos with creepy obsessions about the moon. Honestly, the place was a nightmare.
I don't think you should be calling them weirdos. People are free to believe what they want. You might not have many good memories, but I think it's important for you to make an effort to understand them.
Yeah.
A blizzard is kicking up. Haruka, what's the weather supposed to be like around here?
Cloudy with a chance of
That's
meatballs.
strange. It should be clear and sunny according to the data. There aren't any readings of a blizzard. Oh, I'm reading another! Closing in from the front! A big one! Be careful!
Oh, not this. I hated this. Loki, probably one of the worst experiences.
Causing the blizzard?
Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure we fought this on Yuito's route. Or did we not? Oh yeah, we definitely fought this on Yuito's route. This thing sucks. I don't even have...
We have to finish this soon.
Wait. Wait a second. Hold on.
The other's body is covered in ice. We should break it.
So I'm just supposed to just whack it? Is that how I break the ice? What happened to being able to cheat this boss fight by using pyrokinesis with Hanabi? Calm down, man. Look, I know you're not happy that you had an icicle dropped on you in A New Hope. Not A New Hope. Empire Strikes Back. But like, that's no reason to take it out on us, man. You just gotta take a chill pill. Come on, please get electrified, please get electrified. Come on, please get electrified. You're kidding me. Please get electrified. Okay. Okay. We're good.
Lend me your power. It's up to you.
We're good. We're good. Everything is okay. Now we can like super speed Shadow Clone no Jutsu this man, and things will be okay. And hopefully... Ah. Now I'm wet. Gross.
Thanks. Don't get cocky just because you helped me a little.
Oh,
Time for stealth.
I guess we're going invisible. This isn't a fun boss fight. Oh. I mean, it could be worse. I take solace in the fact that it's not that... Oh, that's a spoiler. Never mind. There's something that we fight later on. It's like literally the worst thing in the game. It's so bad. I hate it so much. I think I... Actually, we fought it the last time I played this on Yuito's route. I think I game overed like 3 times fighting it. Which, I mean, that's not hard to believe, given how well I've been playing this game up until now.
Thanks. Don't
But...
get cocky just because you helped me a little.
Come on, Raiden. I really just need to, like, focus on combos. Like, yeah, like that. Thank you, Raiden. Thank you for making it so I don't have to use your... Oh, I still have to use your ability. Come on. Shock, please. Oh, now I'm wet.
I feel better now.
Am I still wet? I am. You know what? This is dumb. Why am I actually trying to fight this? Why don't I just use Brain Field and go on easy mode?
I can do this.
Alright, easy mode.
My head feels clear. I'll track you down and...
Yeah, you know, I didn't want to play the game anyway, so time to just...
Let me support you.
Yup, boom, dumbest thing in the entire game.
Take it out.
Time extension. Oh no, Brain Field is super strong, but if you use it for too long, you get a game over. Oh wait, your allies will literally extend the time for you by doing absolutely nothing. They'll just show up. This is such a... I'm gonna regret this decision, but since we're on New Game Plus, and because we have access to Brain Field, I think I'm gonna change the difficulty to hard, and I know I'm gonna immediately regret that decision.
Good job. There are no more other readings in the area.
Ugh. I'm always amazed at the variety of others.
What exactly are others?
Who knows? Could be the twisted work of evolution.
How far is Togetsu? Isn't it dangerous that these others are appearing so close?
No, it's actually still 20 miles
Others
away.
feed on humans, which there aren't a lot of here, so they really don't have that much of an incentive to attack.
New Himuka probably approved Togetsu's religious state because of this location.
Let's hurry on ahead while we still have the chance. We don't want to run into another one. Also, I'm starting to freeze like Arashi.
Right. Hey Kagero, where are you going? What's over there?
I thought I'd say hi to an old friend. I want to know if anything's changed since I was here last. Sorry I won't be able to show you around, but you guys should go on ahead. I'll catch up
Definitely
to you
not
soon.
suspicious at all.
Don't worry, I've come this far. I'm not going to turn around and leave now. Well, see ya!
I can never take him seriously.
I was hoping Kagero would stick around to introduce you, since no one knows you there.
It's fine. We'll just have to do it ourselves. I hope they let us inside. What is it, Kyoka?
Oh, it's nothing. We should get going.
Kasane's route, everybody. Also known as literally every single adult in this game is acting sus. Where are we going? They couldn't have made this map move any faster, could they? But the good news is, we're finally getting to the cool part of Togetsu. And that's the part where we can, like, use a surfboard.
Are you okay, Kyoka?
The cool part. This part right here. The cool part of Togetsu.
I just have a little headache, like I always do. Well,
When the game says, here, enemies to fight, and you say, nah, what if I didn't?
You'll be shocked and unable to move if it hits you.
The game says, look at all these enemies that you have to fight in this narrow space, and you can just say, nah, but what if I didn't, fam? Boom.
This is pretty good.
Easiest fight I've ever had. Oh, right. Where is it? Hard. I'm gonna regret this decision, but you know...
Kyoka's duplication should be useful.
This actually does nothing. It doesn't enhance the gameplay in any way, shape, or form. It just means that I'm gonna suck more at the game now. Which by consequence means things are gonna take longer, and I'm gonna die more, and I'm gonna get more and more tilted as the stream goes on. So, I can hear you coming. Please no.
Exploding others are a real pain. Keep your distance or
You said it, Arashi. I can hear it. If I could just go through this area without having these things chase me.
Aim for that spot. So if your body catches fire, it's gonna keep hurting you. Be careful. It's down. Let's finish it. Kasane, a platoon member is in danger.
And of course you just had to dodge out of the way. Camera angle, please. I beg.
Here. That was close.
That seems to be the spot.
Alright. Please do something, Kyoka. I can't believe I'm not
This is our power when we work together.
getting the crush gauge down at all. Although, isn't that, I think that is one of the features of hard modes.
You should leave it to me.
Decreased crush gauge depletion. Increased damage.
Aim for that spot.
Believe me, I'm trying, Haruka. But that was a cool ending.
It doesn't matter how many there are.
I mean, it kinda does, Kasane. You're not that good.
Good. We managed to break it. We'll be able to go forward now.
Actually, what happens if I just do this? Oh. Well then.
Good. We managed to break it. We'll be able to go forward now.
Let's check out here
There are
too.
resource readings in the area. I'll leave the pickup to you.
Can't hold any more max jelly. I don't understand max jelly. Unless you're stacking... Or like, all max jelly especially. But max jelly in general. Unless you're stacking HP. Because like, Kasane and Yuito aren't gonna have that much HP. Unless I'm doing something wrong. But unless you're stacking health on them, there isn't usually a reason to use max jelly over medium jelly, because you'll get the same result about. I think we're good there. The wall of bookshelves.
Lady Kasane,
Yeah, this isn't
our
weird at
treasure.
all.
You have finally returned.
What's going on? Why would I be your treasure?
That's quite a welcome they're giving you.
I don't know, it's still unsettling. They're like robots.
I mean,
Sheeta,
maybe they
don't
are
be
robots.
I'm sure it's just their custom.
Either way, this is a pretty excessive reception. You have any idea why they do this?
No. I've never been involved with the Togetsu faith in any way.
You would understandably not remember. However, you are originally from Togetsu.
I'm from here?
Yes. You were born with an incredible power. This drew the interest of New Himuka, and they abducted you.
I don't know what you're up to, but you're lying. My parents were killed by others when I was young. That's why the Randall family took me in.
I understand your disbelief. However, those of us in Togetsu have not forgotten you for even a single day.
This is turning into Fire
We
Emblem
stood
Fates.
fast, having faith you would return to us one day.
This is getting us nowhere. We came here to ask questions. Let's scratch the formalities. We want to know about the brains you've been trading to Seiron.
Yes, we must tell you the truth. However, we will share it only with you. I am terribly sorry, but I must ask you to come with us alone.
Alone?
No. Whatever you tell me, I'm going to tell them anyway. So why don't you save us the time and just talk to us here?
Kyoka? But your clothes are different, so it's not duplication.
Kyoka's long-lost twin sister?
There's another fake Kyoko over here. What's going on? Let me go!
What the hell?
Clones? How is this happening?
Excuse me?
What's going on? Kyoka, did you know?
I'm sorry,
Oh.
Kasane.
This feeling, I felt it before.
Good night, Kasane. May you have the most pleasant dreams.
Alright. Stream. Rip. We've died. Story's done.
Congratulations, Kasane. You're finally awake. Kasane? Kasane!
Who's calling my name?
Look at that. It's a puppy. Isn't that just the cutest thing you've ever seen? I think he's simply adorable. Wouldn't you agree?
A puppy? I feel so safe and warm. Do I know this woman?
I can't believe we had that whole thing. We didn't even get to see the dog.
killed him. The puppy. That's right. I remember.
Alright. That's just unnecessary.
We were always together. My beloved friend. They killed him. They killed him right in front of me.
No change. Her power failed to trigger. It seems the pet's death is not a sufficient enough shock.
Please stop. Kasane is just a child. Do you think emotionally torturing her will actually save the future?
The design children were created for that purpose. She is not a failure like you. We need the red strings to reset this mistaken universe and bring about the proper future.
We don't need to reset anything. This world is fine the way it is. It's Mother. So warm and kind. She always protected me. How could I have forgotten? No, I don't want to remember. This feeling. What is this?
She has been a complete failure. I had thought making her an attendant would at least prove somewhat useful. I guess enough time has passed. We'll use this next.
That's right. I knew it.
You should feel honored, you failure. You will become the foundation of a new era.
3,
Killed Mother.
2, 1.
I'm sorry, Kasane.
Oh, timing was
Please
off.
find happiness. That's right. That's the day I lost her. The one who raised me. My mother. I'm an artificially created psionic?
Are you a pod person, Kasane?
His red strings power. My head. Where am I? Was that a dream? No, that wasn't a dream. It was memories of a forgotten past. Where am I? If they went through the trouble of drugging me... I knew it. They locked me in. Maybe I can break through somewhere. Who's there?
Lady Kasane, I have brought you fresh clothing.
Huh? Hey! What's going on?
Whoa, chill. Don't get your panties in a bunch, Kasane. It's just me, good old Kagero. What kind of princess attacks their Prince Charming when he comes to rescue her?
Your decision to run off just before we entered Togetsu was pretty suspicious. What do you know? Are you planning on betraying us like Kyoka?
If I was going to betray you, I wouldn't be here to rescue you. Why don't you calm down and use your head? I told you you'd regret coming here. Anyway, I'll explain later. This place is bad news. It's way worse than the last time I was here. Also, and I haven't a clue as to why, but it seems like Yuito's here too.
Yuito? That's not good. They're after my red strings, which means they'll probably target him too because he has the same power.
Then I guess we'll have to save him too. This really puts a damper on my plans. Can't believe I have to sneak past their defenses, meet up with Arashi and the others, and also warn Yuito about the danger. Anyway, I'm going to use my power to turn us invisible. They'll figure out you're gone right away, so we don't have much time. Let's go.
Well, this is kind of wild, but before we do that, we're doing something else instead. And that's called me taking a break. So, get this going. Yeah, so enjoy that while I'm gone for what, 5 minutes? Maybe less, maybe more. And we're back.
Do you know where Yuito is?
We'll know where Yuito, Arashi, and everyone else is if we use Babe.
Babe?
It's the city computer that integrates all information in Togetsu. It's like Arahabaki in New Himuka.
Kasane? Thank God you're okay. I can't contact Arashi and the others.
They might be closed in somewhere.
We can unlock all these doors from Babe's terminal. Let's hurry.
Not the, brightest, were they back there? Ooh, rain message? Arashi and Shiden are being held somewhere in Togetsu. I'll contact you as soon as I know okay. Cool. Let's talk to her. Who is this? Just some random person? Question mark. You can't zoom in. Huh. Not very stealthy, is it? Jumping around, making sounds.
Kasane, I found Yuito. You see that door? It leads to the city computer Babe.
We should follow them inside.
Oopsies, it's locked.
They won't be able to hear us from in there. We'll have to wait until they come out.
Are you serious? Think about what they just did to you. He probably wouldn't be able to answer even if he could hear you.
What do you mean?
Babe is a super top secret facility. They're not just gonna go ahead and let some outsider in so easily. But if they used it as bait... Oh, I see. Those wily bastards.
What is it? Tell me.
I'm thinking that a computer belonging to the city would be fully capable of hijacking any mind that accesses it. That'd be the fastest way for them to get to Yuito's power.
Then we have to break down this door right now.
Whoa, wait a second. We'll be found too. That's probably the worst thing we could do. There's gotta be another way.
I know. I might be able to force a brain talk connection from here.
Can you hear me, Yuito? Yuito! Yuito!
This feels like an SAS.
Yuito! Are your thoughts leaking? Are you trying to connect to Babe?
What is... I can't... My body...
Is his brain really being hijacked like Kagero said? Stop! What you're doing is too dangerous. Cut the connection now! Can you hear me, Yuito?
Kasane? It seems like they were trying to hijack my brain. Thanks for disconnecting me.
He's talking to his team while I'm still connected. I think he's safe now.
Yuito, I forced myself in because I was nearby.
Kasane! You're in Togetsu too? Oh, wait. Before that, thanks for saving me.
Instead of thanking me, why don't you help me? Arashi and the others have been captured.
They have?
They're being held in some room, but I don't know which one. Are you in Babe's terminal? I want you to try to unlock all the doors in Togetsu from there.
Okay, I'll try.
Wait, if he unlocks everything...
Alarms?
Guess that was to be expected.
Kasane. Kasane? Arashi? Good. I can finally get through to you.
Seems like you're okay.
I'm glad you're okay too, Shiden. Let's rendezvous. I know where you are, so just wait for me to get there.
Hey, I'm not some kind of lost child.
I'll take care of the lost little boy. Hurry up and get us.
What, so now we busting out invisible? Except, there's nothing, there's like no time limit or anything. So, let's talk to you again. Oh, this is actually, is this the same person? No, it's a different person. I wonder.
Looks like you two aren't hurt.
Of course not. I was more worried about you, but it looks like you're fine.
Thanks to Kagero. I'd still be locked up if it wasn't for him.
I guess it means your shady lone wolf nature came in handy.
Guess so. Now, as much as I'd love to stick around for this touching, heartwarming reunion, time is of the essence here.
You're right. We should try to escape in all this confusion.
What's all that commotion anyway? Is that because of us?
It's Yuito platoon. I don't know what they're doing, but they're in Togetsu too. We were able to save you thanks to them, though. And I'd like to thank them. I guess I can't unless we get out of here.
I feel like they should have put in collision or something to like have you be detected instead of just being invisible.
I always thought Kyoki Eden was so innocent and didn't have a dishonest bone in her body.
can't believe
Get that
she's
marker
a
out of the
Togetsu
way,
spy.
too.
You didn't meet her before, Kagero? No, never. Residents of Togetsu almost never communicate with each other.
I wonder if Shiden's,
Good. We managed to break
what's it called?
We'll be able to go forward
This
now.
thing, the left bumper thing, can break those in one hit like Hanabi's.
Phew, looks like we made it out. Man, my invisibility power really saved the day.
I'll admit that invisibility is useful, but doesn't it make you uneasy to have nobody notice you?
Right? You totally get me. That's why I like to shout after I use my power.
Damn you and your impulses. We're still in enemy territory. What if someone finds us?
No need to worry about that. They've already found us. Right, Kyoka?
So you noticed me.
What are you doing here, Kyoka?
I was already on alert when Kagero disappeared. Unfortunately, an unexpected visitor caused me to fall behind. I can't let you leave. We need you to reset this mistaken universe.
Here she comes. Get ready.
Well, good luck with that, Kyoka.
Explain what's going on!
Right. Why did you betray us?
It was all to undo past mistakes. That's why we need you, Kazane.
You know, she's not as useless as a boss as I thought she was gonna be. I did not have high hopes for her.
Just like the Kyoka I met so long ago. My mission always comes first.
Why? Move!
Have any left triggers around here? No, just right trigger.
Do something!
That was a close one.
Be like Neo in the Matrix. If I could actually dodge. That clone is really annoying. I wonder. You can. Okay. Oh, it actually... Oh no, that's a separate health bar. I was gonna say.
That was a close one.
I can't tell if this is actually like worth my effort to try and fight her duplicates. I suppose, but it doesn't do damage to like main Kyoka. So I feel like as long as she doesn't have too many going. Also, I could just do this. Alternatively, I could also use Brain Field. This works too. Nice chunk of damage. Did that take out the other? It did. Oh, did she brain drive? She did. Oh, gross. 2 clones?
Watch yourself.
I'm off!
Although, I think hard mode was the right choice. This feels much more engaging than I think it otherwise would have been. It also means I'm taking more damage, but you know, that's just how it goes.
Do something.
I wouldn't mind having such long... I mean, I do mind having such long...
I'm not done yet.
move animations that make it hard to dodge, but... this should be it.
Please, Kyoka!
I wonder, do they trigger brain drive specifically so they can use the same kind of thing of having the brain drive uniform when you finish them?
Kyoka!
There's too much stress on her brain.
Stop! This is not... I don't know these theories. These memories aren't mine. I'm not Pope!
What are you talking about?
Have your memories been manipulated?
I wouldn't put something like that past Togetsu.
Kyoka, you have to remember, you're Kyoka Eden, our teammate.
I'm not sure that's going to work. If what I think happened really did, Kyoka's consciousness is the one that got tacked on after.
I don't know how much you know, but she's trying to fight whatever they did to her memory. If you can do something, help her!
You want to help her even though she's a Togetsu spy?
Oh, stuff it, Kagero. I want to get my teammate back.
Yeah.
Kyoka. No. Major Kyoka. I'm losing sight of who I am as well. But so many memories are helping me piece myself together as Kasane Randall. One of those memories is you welcoming me into Kyoka Platoon. You're Kyoka Eden. You're the commander who made me who I am. Kasane! Everyone!
Are you okay?
Sorry. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused you.
Kyoka, I'm so relieved. You're back.
Not so fast. As much as I'd like that to be true, she could just be pretending.
Arashi! I thought you wanted to bring Kyoka back!
Sorry, but I'm not an idealist posing as a realist like you. I'm skeptical precisely because I want her back.
Yes. You're right to be skeptical. I really am a spy for Togetsu.
Since when? How long have you been deceiving us?
Since the beginning. I'm a Togetsu spy sent in to infiltrate Suo. We needed to awaken Kasane's power in order to fulfill Togetsu's agenda. My orders were to secretly protect Kasane, help her grow, and then lead her back to Togetsu once her red string's power was awakened.
I see.
If you're planning on putting your espionage behind you, then I want you to tell me something. Who is Pope? Does it have to do with the way you acted?
I have the memories of Dr. Hitoyo Pope, the neuroscience expert and founder of the Togetsu faith. I used to be Dr. Pope herself a long time ago. But as I spent my years as Kyoka, Kyoka's memories began to build on each other, and they continued to grow stronger every day. It was only a matter of time before her personality took hold. Kasane, I didn't protect you because I was ordered to by Togetsu. I loved you. I loved you and everyone else on the team. Honestly, I loved everything about my life as Kyoka Eden. I knew this day would come, but I prayed so hard that it wouldn't. I had always hoped that your red string's power would never awaken. Not that you would believe me.
Whether we believe you isn't important. What do you want to do?
What?
Arashi said you should only answer if you thought you're done being a spy. And you did. Are you planning on going back to Togetsu and spy for them again?
What is it that you want to do? You still haven't told us yet.
I am one of the design children. A clone that was created to carry out my mission. That was all I was required to think about. Failure means death. That used to be everything to the old me. But now it's different. Now, I have something I want to do. I can't be sure how much I can hold back Pope's consciousness. There's no guarantee that I'll be able to suppress it. So, being with me might put everyone in danger. I know what I did is unforgivable, and that I'm in no position to ask you for anything, but... this is where I want to be, with all of you. I want to protect Kasane. I want to protect all of you, because you gave my life meaning.
I believe you. I couldn't imagine that the warmth and kindness I've witnessed from you were all lies. You may be a little nosy from time to time, but that's just who you are.
Yeah, that's the Kyoka I know. If that was an act, then we deserve to be tricked. And don't worry, if this Pope ever does come out, I'll put you out of your misery. You can be assured of that.
So basically, you're saying you'll kill her if she betrays us. That's kind of scary.
It's nice you could joke about it. But unlike Kyoka, who told us everything, you haven't done anything to earn our trust.
Ouch, that hurts. You know, I'm the one who saved Kasane. Look, we can talk about me once we get out of here. I'm guessing they'll send more people after us when they realize Kyoka is missing.
That's true. Well, let's hurry then. Come on, Kyoka. You too. Nobody here objects, so obviously, you're coming.
Thank you, all of you.
I wonder why I'm so obsessed with the term design children. I'll have to ask about it again later.
I'm sorry I made you worry too, Haruka. That's okay. All I could do was watch, but I'm glad you came back. Welcome home.
Alright, let's read this. It wasn't poison you were shot with. The drug I just gave you was something that clouds the mind. It's the same drug they were giving you were you in Togetsu. That doesn't mean I can tell you not to worry about it. I'm really sorry. My time in Togetsu is slowly coming back to me. You didn't need to apologize anymore. Let's start thinking about what we need to do next. What do we need to do next? Well, the game says we go this way, so I guess we go this way.
Kasane, I'm getting multiple human readings some distance away. I believe it's Yuito platoon.
Copy that. Seems like they made it out too. Would be nice if we could exchange information with them.
We could.
Yuito, can you and your platoon hear me?
Kasane! Oh, I'm glad you're okay.
Are you near us? Yes, but we're closer to Togetsu than you, and we're still running. Let me make a suggestion. You learned something in there, right? Why don't we exchange intel? And we have a lot to talk about.
Okay. I was thinking the same thing.
Good, that settles it.
We'll be waiting halfway up Hino Mountain.
Roger that. See you then.
If we're exchanging information, what are we gonna tell them about Kyoka?
I think we should tell them the truth. I just feel we'll regret it later if we try to hide it. Besides, there's something about Togetsu I haven't been able to tell you yet. But let's wait until we meet up with Yuito and his team.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious to know what it is. But yeah, it'll be more efficient to hear it then.
Well, let's head their way then.
Hey, at least Chris Hackney's having a better time with this stoic, white-haired girl who had questionable experiments done to her as a child and lost a family member.
Looks like there's a resource reading around here.
Now.
Yeah, that resource reading is all the stuff I'm gonna get after I run over all of these others.
Keep your guard up. Drop something rare.
Next. It's over.
You took all the good shots, Kasane.
I did, didn't I?
The attack hit the enemy's outer shell. You might be able
Rip.
to break it.
Sorry, Wither Sabbath. Nothing personal, but
It's time for break drive. There's a weakened member. The enemy is attacking with electricity. You'll be stunned and unable to move if it hits you. There's a member down. How do they look?
I cannot express my disgust for Session Found.
It's up to you.
They are scum of the earth.
Just slacking off is out of the question.
Yeah, let's take down the rest just like that.
Oh, well, if you could just stand there. That's not what I want to grab. This is what I want to grab. Hey, excuse me. If y'all could not. Fine then.
It's coming down!
Be that way. You know what? Maybe you do deserve the...
That seems to be the spot. It's soaked. Electrokinesis should work.
What was that?
The attack hit the enemy's outer shell. You might be able to break it. The shell is broken. Aim for its weak spot.
What did I get hit by? Oh, you there.
Oh, that looks like our target.
I'm not done yet.
Your finisher was good, Kasane.
Alright. Guess we just continue on. This should be the meeting point.
It's Yuito platoon. Let's go.
Kasane, looks like all of you made it out okay.
I was able to rescue them thanks to your help.
I should be thanking you. I would have been taken over by Babe if you hadn't been there.
Hey, Kasane. You're not going to try and kill Yuito again, are you?
I am. Stabbed
I already
Yuito.
told you. She was the one that saved me.
I know. But I want to hear her say it.
You have all the right in the world to doubt me. In fact, I don't blame you for it either. Yes, I think it's best to talk for now. We should talk and find a better solution, rather than just forging ahead on assumptions. It took me too long to come to this decision, and I apologize for that.
Something's different about you. Can you tell me what happened? Why did you try to kill me?
I know this will sound ridiculous, but please hear me out.
So my power affected the Kunad Gate.
So you knew.
Yeah. I didn't want to believe it, but it's true. So, the me in the future... I guess I just wasn't able to end it myself. How lame.
That's not true. The you in that time was great. And you right now is special too.
I have to admit, I never thought you'd be complimenting me. Thanks. That makes me feel a little better. I'm proud I have the same power as you.
That reminds me. How is your brain doing? Has it settled down at all?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm getting by. I told you not to worry.
Liar. He's trying to keep us from worrying, just like Naomi.
Alright, we should exchange intel.
Then first and foremost, we got some questions. Especially about Kyoka.
Yes, of course you would.
Kyoka, are you one of the design children from Togetsu?
Yes, I'm a clone made in Togetsu. My genes come from the founder of the Togetsu faith, Dr. Hitoyo Pope. The city is filled with chosen psionics, designed from the same genetic data as me. We are the children of Togetsu.
Again, this term design children.
They really like
I know I've
children
heard it
in this
somewhere
game.
before.
Children of the state,
It was
design
when I
children,
regained a
children of
memory of
Togetsu.
Yes. She said I was...
Jeez.
I see. I guess that's why Kyoka and Dr. Pope look the same. We were shocked when we saw Dr. Pope's vision in the Togetsu facility.
I hate to ask this, but if she was one of the Togetsu followers...
Yes, Kyoka was a spy. She was spying on Kasane. But that's not the case anymore. She decided to live as one of us. I vouch for Kyoka. She's definitely not our enemy.
Yeah, I believe you.
What? That was fast.
The way Kasane looks at Kyoka is proof enough. Though, that's kind of an embarrassing way to put it. Honestly, I don't know much about Kyoka, so I can't really make this decision myself. But I do know Kasane. I wanted to talk to her to decide what to do, and I thought it was best to trust her. If I trust Kasane, then I trust the people she does.
Shiden, there's no need to get so riled up. You know very well this is the kind of person Yuito is.
Yeah, I
Yes,
just remembered how
Dense male
stupid he is.
MC, that he is.
Hey, Kasane. If Kyoka is one of the design children, does that mean you are too?
What? What are you talking about?
In Togetsu, we saw design children with the same face as Kasane's.
Yes, I probably am.
That's a weird way to say it. This is the first I've heard of this. Care to extrapolate?
I remembered a little from when I was a child in Togetsu. I remembered Mother. From what I recall, I was told I was one of the design children. It only just came back to me, so it doesn't feel real. That's why I said it like that.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. It must be a painful memory for you. You look so sad. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
You're very kind, Hanabi. But of course you should have asked. Don't worry about it. And thank you.
You're so nice to her, Kasane.
Really? I wasn't trying to be. Anyway, is there anything else you wanted to ask about?
Yeah, there is. If you know anything about humans coming from the moon, I'm hoping you can tell me more about it.
Huh? Did you hit your head or something?
Oh, so you guys don't know about this?
I didn't know we were playing Grand
Wait.
Blue.
What he said is true?
Yes.
All right. I guess we should explain what we've been told.
Who should I talk to first?
Oh, one of these. Cool. Well, let's talk to Hanabi
It may
first.
be hard to believe, but apparently our ancestors moved here from the moon 2,000 years ago.
And then Luca.
The people who colonized the moon began a major cleanup effort to save the polluted Earth and make it habitable again. They spent nearly 1,000 years on the project.
So, Wally.
The first colonists from the moon were led by Yakumo Sumeragi. What they established on Earth later became known as New Himuka. It's hard to believe, I know.
Best girl.
It was after the first colonists from the moon arrived on Earth that the extinction belt suddenly appeared. Because of its appearance, they were no longer able to contact the government on the moon. So, I guess it's safe to assume that there are people on the moon too?
Apparently, human beings colonized the moon over 3,000 years ago because the Earth's environment wasn't livable anymore. It's so long ago, it feels like a fairy tale. We learned all of this after looking through Togetsu's archive, so I honestly don't know if we should really believe all of it.
But if you were a Togetsu spy, Kyoka, you would know if this is true or not.
Yes, that's indeed what we were taught. But if that was also part of the conspiracy, then...
Actually, no. It's true. It's all for real.
What do you mean, Kagura?
Tsugumi, don't look at me like that. I can't stand it when you look at me like that.
Kaguro, there's a lot I want to ask you. But for now, tell us about history as Togetsu sees it. Do all Togetsu believers know this?
Right, about that. The faith. That's all a lie. Just a way to get Togetsu independence. Besides, the place is mostly made up of design children.
I must say, it didn't look like a religious establishment to me. So does that mean that you are one of the design children as well, Kaguro?
Now, I said mostly, didn't I? I'm a colonist from the moon.
Get real. Even if there actually were colonists from the moon, that would have been 2,000 years ago.
Cold sleep.
Yes, exactly. A few dozen colonists are being kept in cold sleep in a Togetsu facility. They wake us up in turns to check on the state of the Earth, and then we're supposed to contact the moon.
Hold on. Does that mean you're from the same generation as Yakumo?
Look, I don't expect you to believe me right away or anything, but it's the truth. The people of New Himuka wanted to live on Earth, so those that wanted to return to the moon made Togetsu. Togetsu doesn't care about New Himuka or Seiran. They're an egotistical lot that wants to return to the moon instead of living on this crappy, other-filled planet. But as long as the extinction belt is there, they can't go back. Not only that, there's news that others are attacking the moon too. So they got to thinking, what can they do to save their homeland and escape Earth? They need to make it so the colonization never even happened in the first place.
The red strings. The time travel power.
I see. They want to go back in time and negate it all from ever happening. But wouldn't humanity eventually attempt to colonize Earth again and repeat this history?
To be precise, the plan is to only take the moon and Earth back in time with a few exceptions.
Is that even possible? Taking only a portion of the universe back in time?
They believe the red strings can do it. They plan to leave records of this timeline's history in the areas that were not taken back in time, so future generations won't attempt to colonize Earth again.
Hang on. I'm getting confused. That's so outrageous. I don't know how to take it all in.
Whether you want to believe it or not, Togetsu actually managed to create the red strings to carry out their plan. Kasane is the result of that, although it's pretty strange how Yuito has a similar power.
Let's suppose everything he said is true. That means this isn't really the time to be squabbling over New Himuka or Seiran. If Togetsu were to get what they're after, then none of us would have ever existed.
No, that's not right. We can't let them succeed. We're all here trying to survive.
Kagero, why would someone at the center of Togetsu's plan reveal all this to us? Can we assume that you are planning to abandon them as well?
Ruining their plan is something I've been working towards since the beginning. That's why I joined them, to get in the way.
That sounds great and all, but how are we supposed to believe you?
You don't have to. If you've got a problem with me, I'll walk. But whatever happens, I'm not going to sit back and let them get away with erasing this history. I left my family on the moon. I won't let them take her existence, too.
Kagero means it. I can tell. It's been a long time since I've seen him like this. So please, trust him.
Tsugumi.
Tsugumi knows Kagero best. I think we can trust her judgment. Besides, I have a feeling you trust him already.
Yeah. If Tsugumi trusts him, then I trust him too.
And if Yuito does, then I do too. Of course, I'll kill him if he betrays us.
Of course. I keep making fun of them for being naive, but that's what ends up saving me.
If we're going to believe Kagero, then we have to believe all of the history about the colonists from the moon too. And then figure out what we can do knowing that.
We're stopping Togetsu's plan. That's all we can do. But it's too much for us to handle alone. We need someone who can move nations.
Are you going to ask New Himuka for help? We're fugitives there.
Even so, we have to. That doesn't mean I forgive them for the things they're doing, though. If they know what Togetsu is trying to do, they might realize their terrible actions are all in vain.
What if we asked Seiran for help? If they know about the Togetsu threat, they might realize that New Himuka isn't who they should be fighting.
I wonder. As far as I know, both New Himuka and Seiran should have a clear understanding about the moon colonists and their history. On top of that, they're both scheming to survive.
At least it's better than nothing. I don't want to just sit here and wait to be erased.
Indeed. So, we should split up and give it a shot?
Yes, let's do that. Yuito, you go to New Himuka.
And you go try explaining things to Seiran. Now we're finally after the same thing.
Let's do our best.
In the thick plottins. But
what an exhausting day. Way too much happened.
You don't get to say that! At least you already knew about the moon and Togetsu's plan.
I'm sorry.
Look, let's not start pointing fingers. We should sit down and try to process what we learned.
I agree. We've been in the dark all this time, but not anymore.
Archie's face.
That's right. What we need to focus on now is stopping Togetsu. Kyoka, Kagero, you both alright with that?
Yes, of course. This is what I want. To be with all of you.
So wait, you decided to trust me? Shiden, you're so sweet.
You're making me regret it talking like that.
Are you blushing?
Dang it, you caught me. You know, kids wouldn't talk to adults like that back in my day. I swear I'll never betray you. If I did, these last 2,000 years would be for nothing.
Then let's set out for Seiran after we get some rest.
I'm glad Yuito trusted us.
He's such a kid, though. I can't tell if he's honest, a sucker, or just too nice.
Yes, you're right. But that might be what makes him strong.
Alright, so I think that's where we're gonna...
You don't remember being in Togetsu at all, Kasane? No. I only remember bits and pieces. Did you know me then? No, I didn't. I'm sorry I didn't tell you anything.
That's where we're gonna end today's stream, I could think.
You look so relieved, Major. Your beauty just shines through.
As
There's a way
I guess
off
this
my
will just
chest
have to
now that I
do.
told you everything. What about you?
Me? Can't you tell? I'm so refreshed from talking that I'm 50% more fresh-faced.
I see.
So I think, yeah, on that note, with Kaguro's fresh face, I think that's where we're gonna end today's stream. So we'll end with some pretty standard housekeeping stuff, you know. Streaming tomorrow, 3:20. Just like all that normal stuff. Stream tomorrow, 3:20, playing more Scarlet Nexus. I can tell you already, I can tell you today, that I will not be streaming next Monday because it's Labor Day. It's what is it, federal holiday? So I won't be streaming then. I probably won't be streaming not this Friday and Saturday, but next Friday and Saturday. So the 7th, which is Labor Day, I believe. That's the first day that we're not going to be streaming. Let me double check that just to make sure. The 6th. So the 6th, Labor Day, I won't be streaming. And then the 10th and the 11th, I probably also won't be streaming. So next Monday, which is Labor Day, and then next Friday and Saturday. However, that shouldn't have any bearing on what goes on this week. So, we should be back tomorrow, all queued up and ready for more Scarlet Nexus. We're getting close towards the end of the game, so it'll be interesting. The plot is slowly unraveling, and with all that out of the way, time for the outro.